we're focused on today's show. Right now we're going to cover an escape technique with some of the young ladies and gentlemen here. I have Jessica and Joshua, if you'll face each other. All right, from a throat grab, how would we get away? If Joshua grabs Jessica's throat, now slowly, I want you to bring your right arm up. Now you notice what she's done. She's closed her hand is up straight over the elbow. Bring it through very slowly and rotate it. Very nice, and that's going to free her up. Let's start again. You grab now. She's making sure that she strikes the thumb side of the grab. That's what we want to make sure we do. Not the finger side. We don't want a lot of fingers going across our throat. We just want that thumb side, and she's assisting, minimizing the scrape that the thumb will make because she's turning her head towards me as she does this. Let's do it again real slow, Jessica. Hand up, bring it through, and rotate it. Very nice. Excellent. Everybody try it a couple of times. Let's see what we've got. Go ahead, Joshua. Grab Jessica. Go. Nice. Nice power. Yeah, Joshua felt that. Do it again. Let's let him feel it again. Ooh, good. And you rotated it very well. All right, you want her to grab your throat and see what happens? Go ahead, grab her. Yeah. Bang. All right. Very nicely done. Now, if everybody will hold up for just a minute, we're going to add one thing to this. Joshua, grab her throat. When Jessica does this time, I want you to take your right foot, when your body turns towards me, continue to turn and take 1 step, 2 steps that way, all right? Ready? Go ahead. And 1, 2, good. Come on back. Strike as hard as you can this time. Let Joshua know you're there and take those 2 steps so that you're free. You ready? Go. Bang, and she's gone. Very nice. Come on back. That's a breakaway from a throat grab, and it frees you up. It doesn't involve a counter. It involves escape. All right? And we're going to be back with another piece of information in just a moment. Right now, I'm talking to some boys and girls about a safe place to go, right? A safe place to go. And if you're afraid or something happens that scares you or it looks like a dangerous situation, you want to be able to choose a safe place to go. What's the first thing you might have to do? Doug?
You have to think and look around for a place.
You have to think and look around for a place. Yes, you want to take a moment and choose a place. How do we choose this place? Yes, Courtney.
Easily recognizable.
Easily recognizable. Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a hard one to say, too. Easily recognizable. Like maybe a McDonald's logo, because we recognize the golden arches. But you want to be able to recognize this place. You want it to have some kind of logo that tells you what it is. And what else do we want there? Yes, Joshua.
Well lit, like lighting, and a lot of people in it.
A lot of people and well lit is important. And McDonald's and other places that are open, some of them are open 24 hours a day, we're going to get the lighting and we're going to get people there. Is there anything else we're looking for? Jessica?
There's staff or cash register people there.
Excellent. There's staff, regular staff or cash register people there. That's very good because people that work at cash register are used to helping and serving strangers that come into their business. And they aren't going to know you, but they're going to be available to help you. That's excellent. That's a safe place to go when it fits all of those criteria. Excellent. We're going to go on to another piece of information in just a moment.
Now we're going to go over a single throat grab followed by a counter. We had previously seen the young adults doing just a single throat grab. Now we're going to see 2 young teenagers do this throat grab followed by the counter. Today we have Katie helping us and Ed. Ed, he's gonna grab Katie, and she's gonna follow through with a strike and then a counter to the temple. Again, let's see that again. Grab Katie, good. She strikes and she counters. One last time, grab her again. She strikes and she counters.
Right now, we're going to cover safety and awareness in skiing, and it's a wonderful sport. I'm very fortunate to be here right now with Steve Usdavinas, and it's a pleasure to have you with us on the show. You're mountain manager here at McCully Mountain.
That's correct.
This is a wonderful place, and we've watched people already today, and it's early in the day, skiing up and down. But there's some safety things that people should think about first. What are a couple of them?
Well, a good place to start is probably proper clothing and equipment. Clothing, you know, obviously warm, a parka, hat or helmet, goggles, and good gloves.
All right, and that makes sense because skiing is fun, skiing is enjoyable, but if you start to get chilled and cold, that takes all the fun right out of it.
Absolutely.
All right, now I'll talk to you a little earlier. Now, you've been involved here, I think, since 1999?
With the ski school since '86, but as mountain manager since '99.
1999 here. Okay, wonderful. And so you've been skiing a long time. You think it's good for all ages, I'm sure. How young?
Absolutely. We've got skiers as young as 3 years old here at McCully.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's a good age to start.
And they have little skis and little bindings and...
Absolutely. And skis for their weight and certainly their ability.
That's super. One of the little tricks you said, and I'll share that with parents who are watching, teaching them to do the snow plowing is important. That's an important factor.
Yeah, that's a good first skill.
And
yes.
One of the things that you can do with the tips of the skis is use a little Velcro.
Velcro and a snap, or something as simple as 2 small C-clips and rubber bands to help hold the ski tips together.
The ski tips together, and that's going to help the kids. That's great. When we're talking about skiing, what are a couple of the basic learning things that you should practice, take the time to know that's going to make a difference in your skiing?
Well, if you're first starting out, it's a real good idea to start just on flat ground. Put the skis on, to walk around with the skis, maybe pull to slide a little bit to get a feel for the skis before you start hitting a slope.
That sounds good. And we're going to put skis on me in a little while, and I've never skied, so I'm going to do that first. I'm writing these down mentally. What's another thing?
Well, eventually you'll need to encounter a slope, and certainly to learn to climb. There's several ways to climb is always a great idea.
All right, so sidestepping.
Sidestepping or the herringbone to climb a hill.
Okay, good. Getting on the chairlifts, because I've been watching the chairlifts, is there something you should be aware of when you're getting on the chairlifts?
Absolutely. And every lift, not just chairlifts, they sort of have their own set of instructions that are posted before you were to get on a lift. You can read all about the safety instructions. Also, all the lift operators are well versed, in a great place if you have a question to go ahead and ask the lift operator.
All right, so when you get on, boy, but just stay in the chair, don't wiggle around.
Absolutely.
Don't fall out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's very rare that happens, but certainly just enjoy the ride. Bouncing a chair or swinging a chair is not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And it is a beautiful sight. That's actually a kind of a pleasant part of the skiing, is the ride up.
Absolutely. Not just to rest your legs, but certainly enjoy the view.
Just enjoy the view. I like that myself. Now, what are some other tips that we might point out for skiers? Things to be aware of regarding their equipment?
Well, if they own their own, certainly a good idea to make sure that the bases are proper, waxed, and sharp edges are very important. If they're rentals, the guys at the rental shop are very, very good to fit the proper ski size and an appropriate binding setting for your weight and ability.
All right, now the waxing, I hear about that, people talk about it. Even when I do water skiing, and I like to water ski, waxing is important. What's the primary benefit here for snowing?
Well, it's to make sure the ski slides properly. If the ski is grabbing the snow, and it's going to be harder to ski, and it's plenty hard enough.
It's plenty hard enough. There's some challenges involved.
Yes,
it's good exercise. And one of the things that you mentioned that I want to jump on before we run out of time is that it's a lifetime sport.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's great.
Start at 3, and people generally at many ski areas, 70 years of age and older, ski for free.
All right.
Yep.
That's awesome. And as far as the workout, physical, the legs are being worked out, cardiovascular is being worked out, arms are being worked out.
Absolutely.
All right. If there's a concern, some people are talking about a lot more borders now.
Right.
All right. Are different restrictions on borders than regular skiers?
Both boarders and skiers have to sort of abide by the rules of the road, if you will.
Okay.
So really no difference there, just a different technique to get down the hill.
To get down the hill. Yeah. Is boarding more difficult than regular skiing?
I've tried it once, and I'd probably say yes, but boarders may tell you different.
I love it. We've covered a lot of stuff, and I want to thank you very much
for
being on the show with us. And we're up here at McCully Mountain, and we're moving on to another spot right now. Welcome to the third segment of the show, which involves women's self-defense, home security, traveling tips, all sorts of things. But the first part today is going to be a women's self-defense technique. And I want to show it to you first, Mr. Stolick, Mr. Eric Stolick out here. Do a cross wrist grab this wrist so that we can do it for the camera and move this way. I'm going to do this little reverse grip. Now for some of you, again, you may remember it from an earlier show, because it's involved in escape technique for teenagers, where they literally step back and drop the person to the floor so that they can get away. But we're going to do it a little differently here, all right? He grabs, I reverse grip. I'm going to step in this time and push. I'm going to push down with this hand, pull up with this one. Push down with this one, pull up with this one, and it gives me a straight kick to the face. This is when you truly feel you are threatened. This person has grabbed you and you can feel it. You feel the tension between the two of you before they even grabbed you, all right? Grab with the other hand. It's a little, keep your elbow in, wrist up, all right? Step and control. All right, if you'll move back, thank you very much. Come on in. Okay. Christy and Bill. Bill is going to grab Christy. Go ahead, grab. Now, she does the reverse grip. Keep your elbow down a little more. That's nice. To the back of his elbow with your hand, step. She has this posture, and then lean out with the kick. Good. All right, let's do it again a little faster. Ready? Go ahead. Good. All right. Now, she reverses the grip, palms the elbow, and you aren't going to have anything till you get the step. So she got to step with this hand as she pushes. One more time. Grabs. Oh, didn't step. Got to step with that hand. That's going to make a difference. One more time. This is here. Step. Good. Nice kick, and the kick is going to go right up to the head. She's taking a short step. So I'm going to have her do it a little bit slower, because when we do these things for the show and for you, we really do them as an instructional aid, especially for women at home that neither have the time nor the opportunity to get out to a training spot. And you may not have to train in the martial arts. It's simply a matter of finding a women's self-defense class someplace. They can make a difference. Let's grab one more time and do it by my count slow. There's the grab. Step in hand, in unison, very nice. Push and pull, good. Kick to the face without taking off his nose, I love that. All right, let go of him, excellent. Move off to the right, to the left here, we're set. That particular technique, a little more complicated, but the more you practice the grip, this is the foundation of it, is getting this grip, getting this reverse grip with your elbow down, all right? That makes a big difference. We're going to move on right now to another safety and awareness spot in our show today. In this segment, we're going to cover a fitness exercise that will benefit you not only in some strength, but I think a key factor, which is balance, to make these techniques work, especially for 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old people. And I'm fortunate to have with me Colleen Teamy, and she is a fitness professional. Thank you for being with us again on the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Yes, I like putting these spots in. I learn something every time.
Good.
This particular one does what?
Well, it's a little bit of a multitasking exercise, which we like to do for balance and for the core. We're going to be putting two different exercises together. We're going to be working lower body with a squat, and then bring it right into an upper body to a row, which works the upper back. And then you are going to be using your core in this for balance, because with the weight, we're kind of counterbalancing ourselves.
That's right. And a lot of people don't understand, martial artists do, and that is our key energy, or the center of our body is 2 inches below our belly button in the center. And that is the core of the body, and that's our oblique muscles and our pelvic girdle, our hip.
That's correct.
Excellent. All right.
And without keeping that strong, it doesn't matter how strong we get our upper or lower body, the core is the most important.
The core is the key.
Yep.
That's right. All right,
Yep.
let's see this done.
So this is going to be a row with the squat.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to back up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, take your feet a little further than shoulder distance apart.
Got
You're going
it.
to drop down, putting the weight into your heels, going into a very low squat.
Yep.
You're going to bring it up nice and slow, right into a row. Isn't that nice? So you get upper and lower all together in one movement.
Boy, there is a lot of balance.
Yeah, and you draw on the abs on this one as you pull in,
All
drop
the
right
muscles
up.
and down the legs are firing electrodes now.
That's correct. And so is the upper body
Yep.
with the row.
Excellent. And it can be done with tubing then too, right?
That's
This
correct.
can be done with tubing. So you could wrap this around and get the same thing. So you could do this at home as long as you had something to wrap the tubing around.
That's correct.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Well, let me give this a try.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm in the position right now, and I actually feel a little bit like I'm water skiing, and I
Yes.
like water skiing. I think
Most
that's
people,
really
when they
good.
get a hold of it, they want to go backwards with it. And I
Okay.
have to explain to them, as you go down, reach forward with your hand, drop your buttocks down.
Yep.
Excellent. Fire them up, come on up again, and then go right into the upright row, squeezing the
that.
scapula. That's correct.
Oh,
That's
nice.
very good. Nice and smooth. Let's do it again. Down. Good. Come on up, and then go right into that row. Excellent.
All right.
And then bring it back down.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent job.
That's great, and that works that balance, the core of the body, and at the same time develops strength.
That's correct.
Wonderful. Keep that in mind. We're going to be up with another piece of information in just a moment. Right now we're going to cover an important piece of information regarding jewelry, and I'm very fortunate to be at the gold mine with Tom Lennon, and it is a pleasure, sir, to be with you today.
Nice to be with you.
Yes, a jeweler who runs this business, and I've known you for many years. You have a lot of information regarding jewelry, but the first thing I want to say to our audience is these two things have something in common. This is a fishing lure. This is a street shark lure. They are both lures. If you are going to go shopping in New York City or Albany and you don't need to be wearing your fine jewelry, you shouldn't be wearing it. You're going to draw attention to yourself. And that's going to result possibly in an assault situation. So let's not wear it if it isn't necessary. You know the safe occasions when you're out with people, when you're doing things. Now regarding wearing the jewelry, there's some things that you can do to secure it a little better, like double locks. And a lot of people have some very fine jewelry, antique or heirlooms, but they've never taken it into a jewelry. They can get double locks on them, can't they?
Yes, they can, yep. And it's always good to have it checked and make sure the locks are secure. And
All right, now when we talk about a double lock like this one here, we have, it snaps in, all right, and as it snaps in, it locks. And then underneath, you've created this little latch,
another fold-over lock.
a fold-over lock
To lock
underneath.
this
That would be pretty tough for
safety,
somebody to
yes.
get to underneath. What's another kind of lock scenario that's pretty safe?
On a bangle bracelet, there's little foldovers
On the side.
like this too on the side, yeah. So this actually has a triple lock on it because it's locked there
And
here.
So it slips in and it locks, and then there's one on each side. And then this here is a,
And then lobster claws are good rather than spring rings on a conventional necklace because little jump ring can be soldered. So this won't come apart here.
all right,
And then this is very secure.
very secure
good
in
and
itself.
solid.
So those have become popular, and they're really quite safe. Excellent. Now, when we talk about jewelry, what's one thing, and when we're wrapping this up because there's so many things, what's one thing people should think about regarding their jewelry?
Probably one of the most important things is keeping it clean. Dirt and soap,
Why?
hand
Why-
cream, so forth, and so forth gets in the links and it wears them. and can make things, make
So actually-
links thin.
So it can wear the links thin enough that it'll snap
can-
off when you least expect
Exactly.
it. You'll lose it just walking.
All right.
All right.
Right.
So let's keep those things in mind. We don't want to wear our jewelry as if it's a lure and we're trying to draw attention that's going to be dangerous to our well-being. And at the same time, we can double lock it. We can go to jewelry stores and individuals and make it safer. And you want to keep it clean.